Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of SHSHL Ice Hockey from beautiful Hatfield, Pennsylvania at Hatfield Ice. Tonight we have the still undefeated North Penn Knights up against the 3-6 fighting for a playoff spot Souderton Indians. We flipped on the thing, but the show must go on, and we are live here from SHSHL. I am Ethan Whitney, next to Ilya Rubis. Ilya, really excited tonight to get to call literally the best team in the league. They are undefeated, 9-0. I personally haven't gotten a chance to see them this year. Very excited. I mean, what are you, watching out for? What are you looking forward to? I mean, obviously we all had this match circled.
Well, I think North Penn is looking forward to winning 10 games straight this season. No losses. They are rolling right now. And this is pretty much a juggernaut right now. Unstoppable team, by far and away leading the SHSHL. And Souderton, I mean, they got everything to play for. North Penn kind of sitting there at the top. And I don't think anybody's going to take Souderton's money line on this game. So, but games like these are the kind of games where upsets can happen. When one team is 3-6, one team's 9-0. That's
Right.
that's cause for concern for the juggernaut.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know,
North Penn doesn't want to find themselves. You hear the term trap game all the time in all of sports, where North Penn don't want to get too cocky, don't want to get too whatever. That hasn't really been an issue we've seen across the last 2 years with North Penn. They seem very well coached. Everything down to that. I mean, they were a game away from going to the SHSHL finals last year. For Souderton, on the flip side, a team that obviously hasn't had the start to the season that they were looking for. They're 3-6, but still alive because those lower sections of the SHSHL playoffs are consistently kind of wide open. What do you think they have to do tonight? I feel like you don't want to say they have to play perfect hockey, but high expectations.
yeah, I mean, you just got to play like you have nothing to lose because they really don't. And yeah, you just got to play lights out again, kind of perfect hockey, but you got to play aggressive. You got to play hot, and that's difficult to do when you have so many fewer players than North Penn.
Yeah,
That's quite the issue for Souderton going into this game. Their players are going to get gassed early because again, their bench is a lot thinner, and that's an issue to look forward to as we get into this game.
and building off the point you made about the rosters being smaller, I knew Souderton had a smaller roster, but when I was home earlier today printing out the rosters for both teams, it took about 2.5 sheets of paper to print out North Penn's entire roster. It took half of one and two injured players to print out Souderton's. I mean, how do you fight the war of attrition there? I mean, that is a near impossible task.
Yeah, I mean, you have to strike a balance between scoring early and not getting gassed too early, and that's a very difficult balance to strike. Souderton, they have a good shot here this season. The lower spots in that playoff bracket are kind of wide open this year, and that's really good news for Souderton. A win tonight would be like I can't even overstate how huge that would be for their momentum and their confidence. But that just looks incredibly unlikely. But anything can happen. Anything
Absolutely.
can happen.
We've gotten to see a lot of Souderton. Obviously, we saw sort of the. I keep using the term war of attrition. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we kind of saw that take place last time. We are 4 minutes away here from action here on the Rally Sports Network. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere. North Penn versus Souderton next.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Buck's Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finney McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Welcome back to the Rally Sports Network pregame show. I am Ethan Whitney alongside Eli Rubis. They've got the Zamboni driver going out there. One of these days we're going to have him mic'd up. That day is not today, unfortunately. But back to what we were talking about, 9-0, North Penn, the best team in the league. Souderton, sort of in that weird bubble of teams that still could make the playoffs. You see the standings on your screen. They sit at 7th. There's only between 5 and 7 a 6-point difference, though, if I'm looking at that correct. So still, it feels very open, right? But I think for North Penn, what you want to look at is last year, the thing that they couldn't do was win in the playoffs. They lost to CB South, a team that I don't want to speak for all of us, but I was very confident that they would be. Do you think there's something different in this team, or do you see possibly a similar ending to the season?
It's really hard to tell. I mean, we're going to have to see when they face some tougher opponents. And they faced some this season so far. Again, undefeated record. That's very, very impressive. And I mean, they're certainly hoping that they're a different team, that they're coming into this with a different mentality. That they're not unstoppable, that they do need to win these playoff games against playoff teams. But Souderton, they have not played bad all season. They really haven't. I don't think I've commentated a few of their games so far. This is a scrappy team. This is a energetic team. They just really struggle later in the game when their roster gets thinned out due to injuries, penalties, their players get gassed. It's really difficult to overcome that. But again, I don't think they're a bad team at all, and I would not be surprised if they made a run for that final playoff spot. That would certainly be impressive.
Absolutely. And for Souderton, like you mentioned, it's so you feel like this team is better than it is, but they have like 10 players. Like their roster is so small. It puts such a strain on that coaching staff. It's really impossible for anyone to do much with that. So they're going to have to try and overcome that, not just tonight against the only team no one's beaten. If I'm correct, North Penn also has a win over Council Rock South. I off memory, admittedly, so correct me if I'm wrong there, but it's just I mean, it's a broken record, but how much of a strain does that put on the coaches when you only have so many healthy guys per night? They might end up having as much as a third as North Penn does ready to go.
Yeah, that's really, really difficult to overcome. But if you're a team like this, with, let's say, nothing to lose,
right?
Not that they're out of it per se, but really you try very, very hard in this game. You don't accept the loss, and I think if they get off to an early lead, they do have a chance in this game. But I think that's going to be their key to success. They really have to get off to a good start early, a really good start.
Especially early, as we sort of even saw this, at least the last time I was here for a Souderton game, where they were able to beat Shippey, they were able to fight early, and then if I remember correctly, it was the second period, the wheels just absolutely fell off, and I think they gave up 5 or 6 goals. It was brutal.
Yeah, it got ugly later in the game, and that's happened a few times for Souderton. It tends to get uglier as the game goes on, and it's not because they're a bad team. It's because they just run out of energy, and quite frankly, they run out of players. And yeah, that's really difficult to overcome. But it's unfortunate because this is a talented team, and I think with a few more bench players, they would be looking at a far different season.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to work around when you have to have people, and they don't. It's honestly impressive that they're still in this spot where they can, a lot of season left, they can still leapfrog themselves into a playoff spot. And even if the SHSHL isn't entirely known for its parity, anything can still happen in the postseason. And if we're just taking a look at it right now, North Penn 11-1 in their last 12 games against Souderton. That is dominance. I mean, That is incredible, frankly, for each of these sides. And you're just looking at a Souderton team. Their offense is outmatched. Their defense is outmatched. And I think for the defense specifically, just
Just want to
it's
add in a
repetitive.
stat correction there. That is 11-1 in the last game.
Oh,
Yes,
correction
11-1
there.
in the last game.
Well, I believe 11-1 in the last 12 games, regardless. But don't fact check me on that. But it was score 11-1. That is my fault. But for Souderton, when you have a North Penn team, and let's take a moment to talk about that, how just up and down the roster they've got killers. Anyone can score on that. And when you have a defense that's going to be out there almost the entire game, I mean, North Penn, they really have to leverage that advantage.
Yeah, North Penn is gonna, they're coming into this game a juggernaut. I expect them to play like that, and they have a lot of energy. They're not the kind of team that's gonna let a worse team get a win over them because they underestimated them. This is a team that's gonna play no matter who's out on the ice opposite them, and I think that this will make for a great game tonight, especially early on. We'll see if Souderton gets in too big of a hole, but I have a good feeling about the way that this game is gonna play out.
Absolutely. And while the players take the ice, we're going to take a quick moment to thank a couple of our sponsors. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new name brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a state-of-the-art outdoor fitness rig. Transcend takes every workout further, from personal training and group fitness to small group sessions and their specialized speed school for high school athletes. Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. We'd also like to thank Finny McGee's. Hey, if you're looking for a great spot to hang out, follow me over to Finny McGee's Pub, voted Best Irish Bar 2 years running in 2024 and 25, and this year's winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy Hour is the place to be Monday through Thursday from 3 to 7 with $2.50 domestic bottles and some awesome food specials. And every other Tuesday, you can test your knowledge with Trivia Night. Finny's is also the perfect place to catch all your favorite sports games, so make sure you're following Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram. Stay up to date with specials and happenings. That's Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, right up in Bristol Borough. We'll see you there. Great place, maybe. Don't want to get too sidetracked. Watch some of these amazing NFL playoff games that have been going on. But back to the hockey they were talking about. Each of these teams, I mean, just looking to our left here, there's just a noticeable difference amount of the
Yeah.
players practicing. And North Penn, I think it's simple. You just grind them out and you use the incredible amount of talent they have on this roster. I mean, they might be the most stacked team in the league.
Yeah, that's probably true, I'd say. I mean, again, undefeated. This is a incredible team, and just watching them play is such a privilege. I mean, this is an incredible team to watch. But Souderton, they have not been bad to watch. I'll give them that. They have played well. They run out of energy, and that's going to happen. But
Right.
they have a tendency early in games to put up quite an incredible fight, even when they're not really supposed to. And I think that'll be their ticket to winning future games is early on playing well and later on just shoring up that defense and keeping the other team at bay on defense. That seems to be the formula that'll bring them any sort of success. And again, they're not out of this playoff race.
Absolutely. It'll be fun to look at this North Penn team, hungry to avenge how their last season ended. We are just a minute 54 away here from Puck Drop from Hatfield Ice. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great one here on Wednesday night of Rally Sports Network and SHSHL Hockey. We'll be back after these messages.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy Hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finney McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Ladies and gentlemen, two familiar rivals once again take center stage here at Hatfield Ice, just 30 miles north of the Cradle of Liberty, Philadelphia, as we welcome you to another premier broadcast on the Rally Sports Network. It is the second meeting in just over a week between the Souderton Indians and the North Penn Knights, a matchup that still carries plenty of intrigue despite what the scoreboard showed last time. The Indians enter tonight 3-6, looking for answers and redemption after a tough 11-1 loss to this very North Penn squad just 1 week ago. For Souderton, this is an opportunity to reset, refocus, and prove that last week's result does not define who they are as a team, and to stay in the fight in the playoff conversation heading into the back half of the season. Standing across them once again are the North Penn Knights, and they have been standing nothing short of dominant. North Penn comes in at a perfect 9-0 on the season, rolling through the SHSHL schedule with authority, and showing why they are widely regarded as a team to beat. Tonight, the Knights will look to maintain that unblemished record while facing the Souderton group. It's a cool Wednesday night here in Hatfield. The temperature is sitting around 40 degrees, but inside the rink, the atmosphere is heating up. Good night, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I am Danny McDevitt, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to tonight's SHSHL action on the Rally Sports Network. We got a terrific crew on hand to bring tonight's broadcast. Directing tonight's action is Ethan Whitney, Ilya Rubis, and Jaden Clemmer. Here we go for puck drop. It's North Penn versus Souderton as the puck flips into North Penn territory. Skating back. They hold it near side, and Souderton's going to get possession of it. Back up around. Norton comes out of net. Andy Norton dishes it back to his teammate. Now skating around. Souderton with a chance to shot, and it's kicked away. The save by Norton. Souderton applying some good pressure up along the boards.
Gonna be hard
North
to get
Penn
past Norton tonight.
100%. He is a great goalie. Andrew Norton played 5 games this season. 1.4 goals allowed. That's a .920 average. It's a spectacular season. North Penn in the black jerseys. Souderton in the white. Souderton is the home team tonight, as Shingle does not be able to translate that pass into a possession. So the puck moves near side, now skating across. Here comes Ryan.
Souderton are going to have to get that offense moving early, especially with the fatigue factor they're going to end up setting in around the second and third periods.
Fairweather plays some press. Pierce Miller with the pressure, lets it get past him, and now here comes North Penn on the move. Dunn loses the puck, and it's cleared up and around the near side. North Penn applying some pressure. Here comes Cabrelas from the high slot. Fires, and it is saved. Alexander Archer able to extend the pad. Now moving around, letting the play develop. From the dots, and it's fired, but no one's able to tip it in, and it just goes loose. Near side, skating up and around, and left in the middle of the ice. Picking it up
is done, but the physical contact too much, and they lose possession. Fairweather now rips this one near side. Kicked up and above, and now Fairweather almost trying to speed up and get a breakaway, but nothing doing, as this puck is just going to be launched away by Silvati.
Love Souderton playing gritty here early, and he's trying to get the 1-goal lead. I think scoring first is going to be pivotal.
Souderton dancing through their own D zone. They leave it, and North Penn's going to get possession, but losing his stick there was done once again. Getting heavy minutes early here, we see.
Souderton, it's going to be a long night trying to get one past Norton, so you really want to see them score first, which is obviously a lot easier said than done, especially against this North Penn team. But I'm liking the early aggressiveness. It hasn't been perfect, but they've been able to have sustained offensive possessions and really find themselves as off to a pretty even start. And with last game ending 11-1, that's better than what it was for sure. Some physical play here early. Moving up is Hatfield. They're just bouncing around, trying to get out of their own end. Souderton, pesky. Pesky, I think, is the word to describe it here early. This one's taken behind the net of Souderton. As they try to strike first, that pass goes awry. As does that. So some communication issues seemingly early for both sides. Now taking it up is Norton. Brothers in the net trying to get one. Makes a beautiful move, but he can't finish. Poked away in the crease. Souderton catches a huge break there. Now North Penn's got it behind the net, trying to find a guy. It's Norton again. Norton in there, deflects.
Apologies, everyone. Stepping back into the booth. Dan McDevitt joined by Ethan Whitney. As this puck just ripped and past the iron it goes. Now back, and it's going to be cleared. Ethan, not much real possession from either squad, just a few situational shots in this. We sit with 12:52 on the clock.
I think this stage of the game is, you don't want to put too much pressure on it early, but I think it's way more important for Souderton than it is for North Penn when you have the roster discrepancy that these teams have. They need to strike early because they're going to get worn out a lot quicker than the North Penn is.
Leahy trying to set this one up across the middle. Delayed penalty call. That's going to be a cross-checking on, I believe, Leahy. We'll see who it gets called on directly. It's possible that was done. Yeah, it's going to be done. Head into the box. And that is not the one to take this early. You don't want to give Souderton any kind of momentum. They played incredible in the early part of last game, but they really fell apart as the game went on, and it just did not turn out well for them. So 23rd penalty minute of the season for Gabriel Dunn. So near side, the puck. Drop it across the middle of the ice. The pass, and it's not able to get to Samuel Norton, but he's got some speed on him. Fairweather and Norton both playing the puck along the far side boards. Fairweather wins this bout, and he's going to get away with the puck as he makes the pass. It's coast to coast. And now moving it up across the ice is Souderton. Souderton tried to make a setup play, and it just did not work. Now Fairweather racing back to his own end. And North Penn catches them flat-footed there.
Disastrous start to the power play for Souderton. You've got to be better than that, especially when you're going to have limited opportunities against a really talented goalie.
So now North Penn back in their own end. Short-handed, they clear the puck. Souderton racing back. And that's Caden O'Neill making the pass. Trying to set up a play there was Drew Savarese, but his teammate not able to find the puck. Kaminsky along the near side boards. This one cleared and up against the wall. Norton thinks about it, launches, and sends it to the middle of the ice.
Not even
Caden O'Neill Over to Dalen Egan. Moved middle of the ice. Souderton slowing things down. Just over 30 seconds to go in the power play. Against the boards, they're finding trouble, and North Penn are going to be able to kill and clear here. 20 seconds to go. As along the North Penn benches, these two squads fight for possession. North Penn send it far side. This one's going to be sent out to open ice. 3 seconds left to go, and North Penn successfully kills the power play. Now Silvati moving around for the dots. He slows it down and moves it behind the net. Looking around, trying to find an open man. Cabrelas coming off the bench. Heads back and receives the puck. Targets is Ismael Cabrelas and not able to find him. For both sides right now, it has been a troubled scene of passing as that one goes through Hostetter's legs. Now Hostetter is going to regroup. But as I said, Ethan, no one's really finding precision passing here.
No, it's been a sloppy start to the game for both of these teams. It's sort of uncharacteristic, especially for North Penn.
Tight turn here. Moves behind his own net. Takes some time and now moving through the D zone. Up across the middle of the ice. Here comes Hatfield and offside's called. Face off upcoming from the near side. 9 minutes, 41 seconds left to go. And we'd like to thank our sponsor. Our sponsors, Transcend Fitness, Finney McGee's, Dress to the Nines, and J&J Glassworks, all making tonight's broadcast possible here on the Rally Sports Network. Kelly Del Ricci clears the puck. North Penn somehow come away with possession. They move it to the point, and now cleared to the corner. Far side, Hatfield. Hatfield with some sneaky moves, but not able to keep it. Now Kelly Del Ricci skating back into his own zone to regroup, but icing called, so we'll get some tired defenders and an icing called. 9:18 to go.
Dan, are these new uniforms for North Penn?
These are not new uniforms. These are their alternate uniforms.
Oh, I don't think I've
Black
seen
uniforms.
These are sweet.
They are very nice. I got to say, though, I like the powder blue the best.
No, those are nice, too. They've got a...
Can't deny powder blue. That's got to be my favorite color for a uniform.
Absolutely. They've got a great collection, North Penn does. What do you think, Ole Miss, Phillies for those powder blues?
I see more Ole Miss. Or, no, I see more UNC. They definitely have a
Oh,
UNC color scheme here. Yeah, it's definitely UNC. Ole Miss has its own idea. There's no real red at all in these uniforms, so. Some screams from the fans as they wanted a call.
Only 3 shots on goal through the first 9 minutes.
Slow start now. Cabrelas tries to set up for his teammate from the dots. Fires, and oh man, they tried to get the setup pass. Cabrelas not able to read it. Now Kaminsky moving for the D zone. Tried to get the backhanded shot set up, but North Penn able to close in on him. Boyle from the low slot fires top shelf. And what a beauty to get this one started. North Penn are up on the board, 1-0.
And Boyle just able to take it really from his own end there and just top shelf, beautiful shot. And that is just North Penn up and down the roster. Every single person you feel like can do things like that. And for Souderton, after you had a power play where I don't even think they recorded a shot on goal, and then really they got the break with Cabrelas not being able to read that pass, and then you just give it right back up again. So incredible work by North Penn, just goldfish memory, really.
Just under 10 minutes since a Souderton shot on goal. Things are looking bleak if they can't get this offense started up again. It's now a whistle blown once more. We're going to face off upcoming.
That's, I think, what's so dangerous about North Penn is you feel like they have a roster of guys who would be star players on any other team, and that's just their rotational guys. They are unbelievable.
Now Schenkel with an opportunity. It's kick saved. Now near side, this one goes out of play, and once again, we'll get a face-off. This time in Souderton territory. When it comes to your home, details matter at J&J Glassworks. We build every shower, door, mirror, and glass enclosure with precision, pride, and a touch of luxury. From consultation to installation, we do it right every time. Trusted by homeowners, builders, and contractors across Bucks and Montgomery County. Because when quality matters, the difference is clear. J&J Glassworks, call 215-966-1577. That's 215-966-1577. Or visit jnjglassworks.com today.
North Penn really has been able to break through these last couple minutes after really not even any opportunities for the first almost 10 minutes. They've got now 4 shots on goal in the last about minute and a half.
Yeah, Souderton with 7.9 goals against per game. They really got to keep that one low if they want to come away with the victory. They just can't let these mistakes fly. They need to sustain offensive pressure right now.
I think a lot of that is just the fatigue factor. That defense is going to get tired fast.
Pierce Miller not able to keep control of the puck. Just seemingly getting tripped up on his own skates there as he gets away from him. Oh, my mistake. Sorry, that was a tripping call. So, North Penn sending another man to the box.
It's another early power play for Souderton. You feel like you got to respond on this one, especially since you're down by 1 already.
100%. This is your 4th penalty infraction minute you're going to get of this game. So here we go. Fires on the net. This one popped up. Norton. It's a hard man to get a puck past. As Leahy clears, this one goes back into the neutral zone. Fairweather. A defensive threat. He's had a great 2025, 2026 campaign thus far. Now this one wrapped around the far side. Kicks it back to Fairweather. Fairweather under some heavy pressure as Cabrelas pressed him up against the boards. Fairweather wanted a call.
Surprised he didn't get one.
This one now left in the middle of the ice. Kaminsky trying to play the puck and finally reaches it. Now from the dots, trying to get the shot off, and Cabrelas gets in the way. Some heavy contact following that play. An incredible shift so far for Daniel Cabrelas. Really coming up big in just a few moments here in this power play. Just under a minute to go. The shot fired, and it stays wide of the net. So 2 shots on goal of the Souderton squad, but a late hit comes in here. Sorry, we can't get that angle, but very late hit.
You could just read the body language there for the Souderton players. This has been a frustrating start to the game. You feel like they should be doing a little bit better than they are. Still only down 1 on the scoreboard. I think that's something to hang your hat on. But there goes that power play.
So Souderton lose the power play. Heading to the box is going to be number 68, Drew Savarese.
You really don't want to give North Penn what's going to be about a minute and a half of a man advantage.
He's had the most penalty infraction minutes on the season. That's his 25th penalty infraction minute. But now Souderton coming in on a breakaway, catching the defense flat-footed, tried to move it through the middle of the ice, and is brought down as some clean contact makes that play possible.
Each of these teams just a lot more open ice. I think that favors North Penn, but Souderton taking advantage of it early.
4-on-4, we'll see how they use it. Fairweather gets in the way of the puck and now clears this out towards the middle of the ice. Del Ricci going back into his own end. Moves it over to Cabrelas. This one kicks off the boards. Fairweather with the clear.
Now a North Penn power play.
In his own zone. Skating out of Salvati. Salvati across the blue line. Moving it. Backhand, and it's poked away. Now thinks about moving this one out. Gets it across near side. Boyle from the high slot. Passes it out to his teammate. Cabrelas not able to pick it up. And now racing to get possession back. North Penn really taking advantage of the power play here. 44 seconds. Moves it to the middle of the ice. A dangerous spot. And it is finally taken out of there. Souderton now. Jackson Kelly makes some heavy contact with Salvati. And now Norton moves it middle of the ice. He's got a dangerous shot. And not able to take it. As the captain came in clutch against Souderton last week. Doesn't get to Norton. And it is just Tough communication right now for both squads with passing. Shingle dishes this one out, gets across the blue line. That's, oh man, that's got to be called offsides.
Power play over. Each team at even.
Somehow, okay. They didn't play the puck. So North Penn now moving this one across the middle of the ice. Norton looks, tried to get a wrist shot, but not able to do anything. They killed the power play, and now they still control the possession. Fairweather finally gets the clear. They'll get some line changes after a long play there. I think there's going to be a whistle that this one went out of bounds.
I want to take a moment to talk about that hit we saw between Kelly and Slovati. I mean, that was right in front of us up here in the booth. I mean, it is a physical game, as we know, but that was just crazy to see that up close. You don't get that angle too often from up here.
So here we go, back to the play. Evans lets this one roll toward the back of the net. Now moving up is Hostetter. Lombardi rips the shot. He was our player of the game last week. Came up with a hat trick and some. He was the hero last week, the freshman. Looking to continue the tear he had. But this shot goes wide and out of play.
He's a freshman, he said?
Yes.
That's the first time I've been older than a player I've commentated.
Congratulations. Ethan Whitney, Council Rock North High School. He's
Maybe
considered a hero there.
They love me. They know me well, I'll say that.
There was a North Penn player down in the net with Archer. So no play comes out of that. Now Landon Hostetter back in his own end. Sending across the far side. Moves this one across the blue line. Tiptoeing. Looks for a lane and rips the backhand, but Archer stands tall.
Incredible save.
Now Lombardi lets this one go out. From the neutral zone, North Penn looking to build a play. Souderton looking sluggish as of late in the period. They move it near side. Just some movement behind the net. Boyle moves this one around the blue line. That was questionable for offsides. And now the shot on goal goes nowhere. North Penn. Salvati looks at his man by the dots. From the point, Boyle. Back over to Hostetter. Hostetter to Boyle. Boyle rips the shot. It just stays out. Boyle now with the puck back up there. North Penn doing incredible rebound control as the shot from Salvati. Pad save made by Archer. And a whistle blown for cross-checking. And in some pain there is Caden O'Neill.
He started flinching after he took that puck. He got him pretty good. Hope he's all right.
Yeah, Gabriel Dunn heading to the box for cross-checking now.
He got unlucky. He took the puck and then was the victim of said cross-checking.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unlucky bit.
Part of the game, but don't envy him, that's for sure.
100%. I'll stay up here. I'll stay up here. Doing just fine in the booth. So this one now back to the near side. On the power play is Souderton. They haven't been able to come up with anything. Only 2 shots on the power play this entire game, and they've had 4 penalty infraction minutes to work with. This penalty will take them into the second period, as long as they play some clean hockey. But North Penn seemingly in control. Fairweather makes the interception, and they got to get everybody back on sides before they can do anything. Kaminsky from the corner. Tried to move the pass across the middle of the ice. And this one poked away. Norton's got the speed, making some contact. He loses puck. Tried to kick a setup pass, but it doesn't do anything. Now Fairweather finally, oh man. They finally had the breakaway they were looking for. Oh no, player down injured.
What a sequence this has been.
So we'll see what happens here. I hope he's all right. But Ethan, break down that entire sequence there because there was a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm not even quite sure if I understand what I just saw. He tries to World Cup style. I know it's coming to Philly in 6 months.
Yep.
But tries to kick the setup pass to his guy. For a second, I thought he was trying to score it, but then I remember that wouldn't have counted. Then it goes the other way. I think it was Mayweather who had just a clear, like a penalty shot. Fairweather, excuse me, and just could not convert. Then the puck ends up bouncing over a player's head. I mean, it was like a cartoon out there. But North Penn is going to gain themselves 2 more penalty minutes. That is 8 in the first period alone. Souderton got to capitalize one of these days. 5-on-3 for the next 53 seconds. I mean, that is golden.
Samuel Norton, by far one of their best players on the squad, is in the box. It's 5-on-4. They move it around here. Rips the shot. That one almost made it 5-hole, but Andrew Norton stands tall. But the victim of that cross-checking, Drew Savarese, now on the bench. Hope he's all right. This one goes off the skate of Kaminsky. Just did not see it. Was trying to get off for, I think, a line change. Just did not have her eyes down the ice. And this one is sent up and above the goalie's mask. And now that's going to do it for the first period of action. And don't go anywhere. It's 5-on-3 when we return.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rally Sports Network Intermission Show. I am Ethan Whitney alongside Elia Rubis, just like the pregame show. I know you guys have been missing us. Elia, just a 1-0 advantage for North Penn. Maybe it's just me. I feel like I got the impression. It feels like it should be more.
Yeah, North Penn, they've really been playing better than the score reflects, but I think that also reflects Souderton's ability to counter their offense. It hasn't been pretty for Souderton, but they've generally kept the puck out of their own net, and that's, obviously
Right.
that's gonna keep you in the game. North Penn hurting themselves with a few penalties here. They got 2 players in the box right now, and I don't know. North Penn, some ugly play as well. We saw a player try to kick the puck into the.
Oh, that's not ugly. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was really something. I've seen some pretty blatant cross checks and things like that. They've been playing, pretty physical. It's kind of a little uncalled for, I think, and it's hurt them clearly. So, yeah, I think you see a game that North Penn should be running away with, but they're not. Souderton's still in this thing.
All right, we're going to get back to the action here in the second period. 1-0, but 5-on-3 hockey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the booth. Daniel McDevitt, joined by Ethan Whitney. Here in the second period of hockey, we got 5-on-3 action. We'll see how the North Penn Knights will respond to this. And a brutal hit is going down there with Drew Savarese once again. He has been at the brunt of a lot of the force.
I mean, it feels like North Penn came in here with a plan, and it was to play as physical as they can, and that they have. I mean, it has been a war on the ice.
Very conservative play here out of Souderton so far. It's not what you want to see when you had a 5-on-3 man advantage, but that dies down now. 45 seconds with just a man advantage. This is one out in the middle of the ice. Boyle kicks it back and somehow keeps possession of it like a goalie, not letting it get past him. Could say he's flashing a leather there. That was incredible.
I feel like you'll be in Philly for the World Cup, correct?
I will be in Philly for the World Cup, yes.
Preview.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen multiple kick saves out of players. We saw a kick save out of a skater, and we saw almost a pass for an assist using his skate. So
that was awesome. Back to 4-on-4 now, though, with the penalty. So really bad missed opportunity for Souderton.
I've only ever really seen the Mites do this, but maybe they're doing those little soccer drills on the ice where they play soccer with their skates. Jaden, our camera guy, knows what's up. Famed Pennsbury High School soccer star.
He shook his head.
He might be coaching. I'm going to have to go ask if he's been on the bench lately for the North Penn Knights.
Put down the cleats and pick up the clipboard.
That's what they said about me.
Who?
No one. So here comes Gabrella. Dishes it back to Shingle. And now Souderton's going to have possession. Pierce Miller trying to pick up some speed, but Samuel Norton's right behind him, and he sends him down. Now this one goes through the legs of Pierce Miller. North Penn continued to play their physical game, and it was tied 1-1 in the after the first period in the last game we saw them two play in, which was last week. After that, North Penn came out and scored 10 unanswered goals.
Oof.
So, I don't know, man. We'll see what's going to happen here in the second period. This will be the tell-all as they try to kill this power play. Shorthanded, they rip a shot. It goes off the mask of Norton.
I think this game's going to come down to what most games this season are going to come down to for Souderton. How can they handle the attrition? They are at an inherent disadvantage with the size of their roster. It's how are they going to respond to that? And it's obviously, you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. That is just so difficult to do against a team the caliber of North Penn who could walk their way to a championship this season.
Yeah, Samuel Norton's been a real star. Most goals on a team with 14, most points on a team with 31, and most assists with 17. He is just, I feel like every time I'm looking at the ice, I'm saying something about what he's doing.
He's been heavily involved tonight, even with, I believe, a couple penalties, but, things happen.
So whistle's blown, icing called. We'll get a face-off in North Penn territory coming up.
And they've got 24 seconds left on this power play. You'd really like to expand this lead, especially like you mentioned last time. This is when they open the floodgates, so trying to run it back and do that again.
If you're a Souderton fan watching this, you got to be pretty happy with what they've done on the penalty kill so far. They got 20 seconds to kill.
Each of these teams' penalty kills have been perfect.
Yeah, exactly. North Penn now with Dunn. Skating across the blue line. Letting the play develop and getting his team down the ice. Now shot ripped, and it stays out. Gets caught in traffic. Got to leave a little bit earlier. Now Souderton make the pass up to Kaminsky. Out of the box is Pierce Miller. Drew Savarese. Now Dunn loses it behind him. Getting in the way is Kaminsky. Gets past one defenseman. And now rips the shot. Norton glove save and kicks it out. Left out in front of the ice. And that was almost a goal.
Norton almost shot himself in the foot. Just an errant pass there.
Oh, Kaminsky goes down hard after some physical contact from Dunn. Now another Souderton player, Jackson Kelly, gets hit hard. And the refs blow a whistle. They're not going to let this physical play continue.
You have to imagine this was planned for North Penn. I mean, this has been maybe one of the more physical, if not the most physical start to a game we've called. I mean, this has been brutal.
Yeah, elbowing is what they're sending them to the box for. So that's going to be number 18 heading to the box, Gabriel Dunn. Second time we call his name. That's his 25th penalty infraction minute of the season.
It's 10 already. I mean, that's insane.
Souderton power play coming up after they just killed the North Penn power play. They got to be feeling good about themselves here. Now got to put that energy on the ice. Fairweather makes the pass. They move it around. Left out in front of the net. That might have been their chance. Another shot fired by Pierce Miller. And almost a hooking call if he just moved that stick over maybe a centimeter. Fairweather with the puck behind his own net. Takes it out and now passes through the D zone. Connects with his man. Jackson Kelly. Caden O'Neill tried to get to that one, but met with some hefty contact.
Nothing out of the ordinary for this game.
Yeah, it's been quite the physical game. Just over a minute to go here in the power play. Norton's out of the net. He finally rips it out of there. That was probably for his own good. The offense was collapsing on him.
Like Tristan Jarry there.
Now Fairweather skates through, rips the shot. That's an easy one for Norton. They just got to find a way to create some open space and get all their skaters down the ice.
Yeah, the pace of this game has changed so much. Each of these teams, I mean, the passing early in the game felt like a no disrespect, but almost like a men's league game that my science teacher would be playing. And shout out Mr. Bumgarner, but yeah, each of these teams really have got it going with the passing. And it's just these goalies, to their credit, they've been incredible to start this, to start this. I'm right.
So face-off up and coming. Kaminsky loses the face-off to Norton. Kaminsky having an incredible season. Same for Norton. Fairweather meets this one and collects the collision from Norton, still standing after 2 hits. That one from Shingle. Now Fairweather with the puck. Tries to cross the blue line and hit once again by Shingle. Taking a lot of the contact. Putting it all on the line for his team. Back to Norton, but Boyle's going to receive it before Norton can even see it coming. Now Boyle, with some speed, passes up and makes the connection to Norton.
Great defense there from Souderton.
Souderton moving the puck with Kaminsky. Boyle pulls it away. Now she's going to pick up the puck and move it to the middle of the ice. Boyle moving it across the blue line. From the high slot, he scores! North Penn, 2-0. As they come up clutch after killing the power play. And it's 2-0. And some shades of what we saw last week are covering this game.
Yeah, you can't help but feel PTSD if you're a Souderton fan, and that is I don't want to say back-breaking goal. It's only 2-0, but after you had your fifth penalty from North Penn, your 10th penalty minute, and you don't convert on it, then the second later, North Penn able to put that one in the back of the net, doubling their lead. They say 2-0 is the worst lead in hockey, but that is a pretty brutal blow.
So from the point, North Penn moved this one around. Losing the stick there was, I believe, Pierce Miller. No, sorry. That's Drew Savary. Says that one is a friendly cling for the goalie. North Penn continuing their pressure. Salvati for the back part of the ice. Cabrelas picks it up. Keeps the scraps and moves it across the ice. Sustaining the pressure of the North Penn Knights. Hostetter now with an open shot and kicks the Gatorade bottle up. He scores. It's 3-0. And they are flying once again in period number 2. The North Penn Knights now lead 3-0.
SHSHL scriptwriters got lazy with this one. It feels like it's the same thing we saw a week ago. And just a incredible shot there from Hostetter. Doesn't get much better than that. And it just feels like, you don't want to say it, but it feels like the bottom's starting to fall out once again on Souderton.
Souderton, at a certain point, the wheels just start falling off when you have a squad this short. It's going to cause huge problem for them. They're going to get gassed later in the game. That's the one issue with this squad. They're great players, quite overused though, and that is a clear tripping. I believe it's going to be a penalty called on the goalie.
He's trying to fight his case. I don't know what.
So I saw exactly what happened. The goalie tripped Drew Savary as he was walking away. So a tripping call on Andrew Norton, and someone's going to have to serve that for him.
That is, I've never quite seen something like that.
And I understand North Penn's upset about it, but that was quite egregious. We all saw him up here in the booth. He looked over trying to get away with it, but it was a clear tripping call.
I don't know how he's not laughing. That was egregious.
The ref from directly across the ice saw it happen.
It was going his way,
and he still tried to flee the case.
I mean, innocent until proven guilty, but that was pretty bad.
So serving the penalty for him is going to be number 15, and not even on the roster. So
adds up.
Oh, sorry, they're not putting someone. Okay, my mistake. They don't put anyone in the box for that. So it's just going to be that they have to play with 4 men on the ice.
I mean, hilarious, admittedly. You got to give him credit.
So you love to see 15 on the board for the penalty.
There's John Doe from earlier.
So that is Andrew Norton's first penalty infraction minute of the season. Or sorry, second penalty infraction minute of the season. He's serving 2 minutes for tripping. Other than that, he's been lights out.
Usually a clean player.
So Ryan takes a hefty hit, laying down the body. Ismael Cabrelas able to get in there and make some contact. Souderton move this one across, trying to find any opportunity they can in the middle of the ice, and now less than a minute to go. Samuel Norton on the breakaway, rips the shot and gets it past the glove of Alexander Archer. Samuel Norton scores. And North Penn shorthandedly escape with the puck and put themselves up 4-0.
That might be,
and they were playing like a team gunning for the championship.
I'd have to imagine that might be Norton's favorite goal of the season, just because his brother in the net trips a guy, then shorthanded, he takes it down the other way and makes it 4-0. That's got to be
Fuck, don't lie.
I'm still not over that.
Incredible stuff. Samuel Norton now making some incredible moves, backing it up by the blue line. And now thinks about setting it up, but moves it behind the net. Souderton trying to use this man advantage, but they are clearly just getting outworked right now. Norton behind the net, looking around the ice, trying to find his teammate. Tape-to-tape pass with Shingle, and oh man, he's not able to reach out for it. Now Savarese with the puck. Across the blue line. And now North Penn protecting the puck. Hostetter to Norton. Norton gets around one defenseman. Now with an opportunity to take a shot, and it's saved by Archer. Stops him this time as he flashes the leather.
Routine save, just a bad angle there.
So 7:37 left to go here in the second period of hockey. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience with over 8,000 square feet of brand new name brand equipment and outdoor running trail and state-of-the-art outdoor fitness ring. Transcend Fitness takes every workout further, from personal training and group fitness to small group sessions, and their specialized speed school for high school athletes. Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. North Penn tried to get the wraparound, and now right off the pole, Silvati scores. A shot and in. As North Penn is just running away with this one, Ethan. It's 5-0.
Feels like the same thing we saw last time. It's just Souderton, whatever you want to chalk it up to, just the lack of the roster, the attrition, and just also North Penn's a wagon. Let's not act like they're not an incredibly talented team, and they are just taking advantage of it. And read the body language of the Souderton Indians. I mean, they are exhausted and frustrated, I think, with a lot of the things in this game, possibly officiating as well. It's been a physical game, and they're going to call a timeout here, I believe.
Yeah, timeout. So we're going to get a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with you in just a minute here on the Rally Sports Network.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finney's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finney McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finney McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, Bristol Borough, PA.
Welcome back to the second period. It's 5-0. 16 shots on goal for North Penn, 9 for Souderton. 5 of those have gone in for North Penn as they are standing dominant in this hockey game. Del Ricci now tried to get a wrister. Doesn't get past anyone as it goes off the skate of Ryan. Now moving it around along the back of the boards. Near side and back up to the point. Rips the shot. This one goes off the mask of Archer and popped into the air. North Penn kick it back. Leahy. Del Ricci back skating. He might have caught him flat foot and makes him fall. Now past Del Ricci, and it is still not shot. Del Ricci able to lift the stick out and keep him off of him as Kaminsky goes down hard there. So does Del Ricci. They both don't look too good. That is Kelly Del Ricci holding his neck, and that is Julia Kaminsky down on the ice. So we're going to step away here, and hopefully Kaminsky's all right. She skates off on her own. It's a tough injury. That was just a mid-ice collision.
Yeah, it didn't really seem, at least from what I saw, to be anyone's fault particularly. I mean, it has been a...
Del Ricci did come in a little hot there.
I didn't see it, God's honest truth. But
I mean, it was a clean hit after all. That's the main thing is it was a clean hit, but the books, that's probably not going to be taken too kindly by Souderton here.
No, and I think there's some reasonable frustration starting to boil over here for Souderton. And, you know, you got to manage that. On one hand, you're still down 6-0, but you got to try and find something from that. I mean, it has been brutal. It's been just hit after hit.
I don't want to speak the future into existence, but when you're up 5 and you're making hits like that, this team's going to get frustrated, and this team's going to want something in return. Hopefully not. Hopefully the refs are able to calm this one down. Is now the save from Archer.
Yeah, I think the concern will be as we get into the later periods.
Yeah, we're still probably just over halfway into this game, and it has not died down physically at all.
I mean, I wasn't here. Was it like this last week? I mean, this just feels like a totally different style of game that I feel like even our days with Pennsbury didn't really match.
Yeah, this is an incredibly high energy game, an SHSHL midseason classic right here. So these two schools close in distance. Now North Penn moving the puck. Little rips the shot, and it is covered up by Archer. Whistle's blown, 5:42 to go. Second period, 23 shots on goal for North Penn.
I mean, I know they're rivals, but like at some point, you know, the guy across me was Cam at 7 in the morning tomorrow. Like, let's have some human decency here.
It's one thing. They are, forget what coach said it, you are students before athletes.
Yeah.
They got to be a class in less than 12 hours. So
I do too. That's all.
This one is left out in front of the net. Archer thought he had it covered up, and his defense coming in incredibly clutch. I never really think about that when I'm calling these games. It is 12 hours until they have to be at class. Boyle with a shot up and above the iron. Jaden's got to be at work. He's a working man. Right, Jaden? We got Ilya Rubis off across the room. Our amazing crew bringing you tonight's action. I'm Daniel McDevitt alongside Ethan Whitney. On camera is Jaden Clemmer, and bringing you tonight's post-game interview is Ilya Rubis, as well as hosting most of our shows tonight. So Man of many hats. Same to you, Ethan. Sorry, no disrespect. I mean, you've been on the shows.
No, I remember that.
All right, fair enough. Souderton moving the puck across the middle of the ice. Play seeming to slow down here as Savarese clears it. Boyle moves the puck through his own end. Across the D zone now to the middle of the ice. Norden tried to think about a shot and just loses possession of it. Archer is able to cover it up. Face off up and coming. At Trust the Nines, you can turn your Chanel, Hermes, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton into cash without the hassle. With expert authentication, white glove service, and top dollar payouts, we make luxury resale effortless. Your style deserves a second life. Let us do the work at Dress to the Nines. So moving the puck around is Cabrelas. Trying to get this one off to the blue line. Now Hostetter rips the shot, and it is saved off the chest of Archer. Able to come up clutch there with the play.
I gotta ask you, for the Dress to the Nines ad read, have I been saying it wrong this whole time? Is it Hermes?
Hermes or Hermes?
I thought it was like Erms.
Erms?
I don't know, man. I don't know fashion.
All right, our resident fashion expert, Ilya Rubis. Is it? Oh, wait, hold on a minute. This one got past, and that's a goal. It is 7-0, and in a flash, North Penn are able to score. This one is, once again, not even running. Full-on sprint. 0 to 60 away from them.
I mean, the shots on goal was relatively even to start the game. You can't see it, but it's 28-9 in favor of in favor of North Penn now. And we get sidetracked for 1 second, and they put another one behind the net. It's crazy.
North Penn, they can attack quick. Souderton just going to clear the puck. Norton kicks it away. Tried to get the pass off. Fairweather applying hefty pressure. But Ilya, is it Hermes or Hermie that he's calling it?
I said Erms.
Erms.
Hermes?
Hermes, okay.
Absolutely not. I'm going to call it what I want. That's ridiculous.
Those were both worse than what we wanted. So here we go. North Penn with the puck. Samuel Norton.
You had a French spin on things and you lose, man.
Got in for our player of the game spot. So don't go anywhere after the game. We'll have our player of the game interview. As now Cabrelas rips the shot. This one goes past Archer. And applying some pressure here are the Knights. They move it across to the point. Set up in front of the ice, and now Shingle dishes it back to Cabrelas. Cabrelas moving towards the high slot, rips it up and above, and it's above Archer. Moving into the middle of the ice, Hostetter tried to get the pass off to Cabrelas. Cabrelas moves to the far side across the dots. Back behind the net, tried to get the setup pass. Hostetter poke checks, and it rolls back into the neutral zone.
Physical sequence there between Cabrelas and 24 of Souderton in front of the net. Really just feels like North Penn is trying and succeeding to get under their skin. I mean, it's been some physical play.
Cabrelas. Backhanded pass. North Penn now facing some hefty contact. Is whistle blown for a holding. And I believe it's Ismael Cabrelas.
That one was obvious.
Yeah, that was clear as day. So Ismael Cabrelas is going to head to the box. That's going to be his 6th penalty infraction minute of the season. And now North Penn not really needing it or going on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, it has been, I think, is it 12 or 14 penalty minutes?
I believe it's 14. 14 penalty infraction minutes so far in this game.
Is that a record for Valley Sports Network?
That is, I don't think so. No, I did not think so, actually.
No?
We've had some physical games. You got to remember
It's got to be
game misconducts and stuff like that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So near side, North Penn come away with it, and with the man advantage, they clear it back into Souderton territory. Fairweather with the puck, tries to get it up, and reading it perfectly is Lombardi. Savarese didn't even see it coming. So moving with the puck is Caden O'Neill. Tried to get a pass up to Fairweather. Fairweather versus Del Ricci here, skating towards the boards, and Fairweather goes down hard off Del Ricci. And when you got two forces running full speed into the boards. Something's got to give.
Yeah, that's been a common sight tonight. It has just been, I hate to repeat myself, but it has just been bumper car hockey, as they say. And so North Penn reaping the rewards of it so far. And I think it's a style of hockey they can afford to play against Souderton. Just like we mentioned earlier, the roster differences are huge.
Fairweather with the puck, moves it across the middle of the ice. Waiting there with the shot, and it stays out. Archer able to stand tall. Caden O'Neill tried to get the shot across. Now on the ground here is, I believe, Jackson Kelly. Kaminsky is yet to return to the game. In this situation, is it even worth it if Kaminsky is able to go? But Del Ricci now back to the far part of the boards. Picks up the puck and will get a face-off for icing.
I mean, for the past 70 seconds, Souderton's been on a power play, and it really doesn't even feel like it. I mean, North Penn's penalty kill making a loud statement tonight, and they've had plenty of chances. They've had a lot of time on the ice, this kill crew, and they've done a perfect job so far.
So face-off upcoming. Puck dropped, and Souderton clears one across the glass. North Penn now shorthanded. Cabrelas in front of the net, catches him flat-footed, rips the shot, and that's going to be called for tripping. So North Penn falls short on that attack there, and Souderton get the tripping call. So heading to the box for this one is going to be Caden O'Neill, who's going to serve time. So it's going to be 33 seconds of 4-on-4. Followed by just under a minute of 5-on-4.
And frankly, another obvious one. I mean, that's just as easy as a call the refs are going to make today.
This penalty will take us all the way into the third period. We can catch our intermission show from Ilya Rubis and Ethan Whitney during that.
Now Ilya pops out of the chair.
Now Ilya, he is on deck and ready. Checking into the game, Ilya Rubis. He's back. Hostetter.
Is that a warning?
Yes. Archer makes a save. So North Penn Knights 9-0 in the season, trying to stretch that to 10-0. They've been on an undefeated run, and it has been nothing short of dominance.
I mean, you
on
can
that
see
ice.
why. I mean, every single player on this team you feel like has the ability to make a difference. And I think also there's a motivation factor. They were not happy with how last season ended. It was very disappointing. I think a lot of people, including myself, had higher expectations for them in the playoffs, and they're looking to make up for that this year.
Hatfield with the backhanded shot, and it just stays out. Souderton now with possession, but I'm incredibly excited for the SHSHL playoffs. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's a little early to be talking about it, but I would love to see the showdown between Council Rock South and North Penn. Council Rock South only one loss in the season. They didn't see each other in the playoffs last year as CB South eliminated the Knights. But that would be a matchup for the ages in the championship.
Got a chance to go do that championship game last year. I mean, CB South, an incredibly talented team, but Council Rock South really was just flexing the muscles. They are incredible.
And yeah, that one's not going to be tolerated. That was some incredibly dirty play there. So as it happened, Corbin Reynolds seemingly just kept hitting him in the neck with the stick over and over again. And
yeah, that doesn't fly exactly.
Yeah, that's not gonna. Can't do that. But Daniel Cabrelas turns around and is not quite happy about it. So you saw they had a friendly exchange where they said, "Hey man, can you stop doing that?" And he said, "Sure." And they broke it up immediately. That's how it went down here on the Rally Sports Network.
We actually have them mic'd up.
Yeah, we have
That's
mic'd up.
exactly what they said.
He said, "Hey man, can we be friends? Let's not do that again."
He said, "Hey, I don't know if you knew, that's against the rules." They're hugging it out on the bench right now. Can't see it.
So that's of course how hockey goes.
You know, actually, one of our former members had a run-in with injury. Rally Sports Network legend Mike Tell took a skate to the thigh on Sunday.
Oh man, is he all right?
He's fine actually.
Is he gonna play?
I don't know, but he was
Can't
back
keep
in
Mike Telligan out of the game.
He was back in school
Council
today,
Rock North legend.
not on crutches, not on a limp.
What a great guy.
Oh
Michael
my.
Telligan, Hall of Fame.
He's just so tough.
Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, distracting us up here.
Yeah, Ilya's not with his head not in the game. So we're going to send this to commercial break. We'll be back with you in just a second here on the Rally Sports Network.
Follow me to Finny McGee's Pub, winner of Bucks Happening list for Best Irish Bar in both 2024 and 2025, and the 2025 winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour runs 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, with $2.50 domestic beer bottles and amazing food specials. Stop by for trivia every other Tuesday night. Finny's is the perfect place to catch your favorite sports games. Be sure to follow Finny McGee's Pub on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and happenings. See you soon at Finny McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the New 10 area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style.
We're back to the ice here. Danny McDevitt joined by Ethan Whitney. It looks like they're only giving a penalty to Souderton in that situation. So as we said, Corbin Reynolds heading to the box. And don't go anywhere. We got a post intermission show coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome after a wild second period of action. I am Ethan Whitney. Once again, Ilya Rubis to my right. Ilya, feels like we're seeing the same script from a week ago. You were here. You can say it better than I can, but 6 straight in that second period with not an ounce of fight in the gameplay from Souderton.
I actually wasn't here last week, but
Never
yeah,
mind.
pretty much the same story. Yeah, this Souderton team. They were in it, and until they weren't. I mean, this North Penn team has just been incredibly physical, and I think Souderton's getting a little fed up with it, and it clearly hurt them, as we saw a fight break out on the ice. But yeah, this has just been an incredibly physical playing style from North Penn, and it's clearly working to their benefit as this Souderton team is going to go home battered and bruised. I mean, this team has just been absolutely, they've been taking it all night, and yeah, that's tough to do when you got a thin roster.
Yeah, battered and bruised for sure, and then I think even as the only high school student on this team, I think I could say even more brutal. You got to wake up at 6:30 in the morning and do it all over again the next day. I mean, that is
Oh my gosh.
absolutely
Guy had to
brutal.
subtly call us old.
Unk. Yeah.
I'm not
I
even
mean,
the Ethan Lavolsi will be the youngest. He's not here with us tonight, though. But
Ethan Lavolsi actually just texted me.
did he really?
He said, make sure Ethan knows I'm the better Ethan, even though I'm not there.
Well, I think
point noted. Point taken.
yeah.
Point taken.
We
I
all
mean, he's
knew that
correct. Yeah.
already.
We'll run it at breakfast
Thanks for
tomorrow.
stating the opposite, obvious there.
Run my fade at breakfast tomorrow, Ethan. Is what I say to them. But
So third period hockey
we're
coming
really
up
dancing
soon.
through raindrops here.
Yeah. A third period here, Souderton just trying to hang in it, not get a mercy ruled again, which is a real possibility as this North Penn team has asserted their dominance as the best team in the SHSHL, and they're showing that. They showed that in that second period. As yeah, they took a little while to get going, but now they're solidly rolling towards another win to remain undefeated. As
So Ethan Lavolsi says thank you for shouting him out.
Love Lavolsi, but
Love that guy.
yeah, wish he
I
was
mean, we
here.
already knew he was the better Ethan.
Yeah. I wish he was here to do the interview instead of me. That'd be nice. But
you just sitting there the whole time.
guy just came to watch the game. Didn't even pay his $5 entry fee. He's just here sitting here in the booth.
I've been having fun.
All right, Ilya Rubis. It's been fun.
It's been real.
We'll see you for the post-game interview as he walks back to his chair in the corner. So near side, Boyle picks up the puck, moves it across the blue line, tiptoes, gets it back out to Norton. And now Boyle from the high slot picks it back up to Norton. Norton with a shot. It goes off the right pad. North Penn coming out with some aggression here on the power play. Fires the shot, glove save, and it is picked up, pickpocketed, and scores! As they pulled it right out of the grasp there of Alexander Archer, and they come away with their 8th goal of the game, as that's going to kill just one of the penalties. So 5-on-4 coming up.
Yeah, the 5-on-3 was always going to be brutal for Souderton, and just the relentless pressure from North Penn. They get their 8th of the night. 2 goals away from sending us home early.
Hatfield moves this one across the ice now. Some choppy play here as Savarese goes into the boards. Kelly Del Ricci back into his own end. Lets the play develop. Sits. Peeks out and leaves the puck for his teammate. North Penn moving with some aggression here as Leahy puts it backhand and loses possession. Now Souderton trying to kill this penalty. Letting it get away from there is Andrew Norton. Make sure you check out the Rally Sports Network on TikTok, Instagram, and of course YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Continue to make high school sports on the Rally Sports Network possible. Our subscribers are what pays our wages.
Not exactly.
So this one kicked off the right wing.
I didn't eat breakfast today.
If you guys want Ethan Whitney to eat a meal, subscribe to the Rally Sports Network. Maybe he can buy himself some Hermes
That is a clothing
from Dress to
brand.
the Nine.
That's a broke person spending their money on clothing, like Hermes clothing. What a world.
At Dress to the Nine, you can turn your Chanel, Hermes, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton into cash without the hassle. With expert authentication and white glove service and top dollar payouts, we make luxury resale effortless. Your style deserves a second life. Let us do the work at Dress to the Nines. When it comes to your home, details matter. At J&J Glassworks, we build every shower, door, mirror, and glass enclosure with precision, pride, and a touch of luxury. From consultation to installation, we do it right every time. Trusted by homeowners, builders, contractors across Bucks and Montgomery counties. Because when quality matters, the difference is clear. J&J Glassworks, call 215-966-1577 or visit jnjglassworks.com today. Lombardi, 4 goals in the last game. Moves it across. Now Boyle with the shot. This one right in front of the net. It's left out, and it is fighting for the whistle was blown, and Archer able to just come on top of the puck.
Not honestly quite sure how he got his glove there. It's like a fog of war between us and the net there. But crazy sequence, nothing ends up coming of it, and still got to clear this one here.
This one sent up towards the dots. Boyle moves it around the far side, and now thinks about the wraparound, but gets the pass off to Lombardi at the point. North Penn playing with their lower lines here. Lombardi back over, slap shot, and it is saved by Alexander Archer. Any contact would have jarred that loose. It was a risky save there for Archer, but able to make it happen. 14 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Tosses the puck over. Moves around the back of the ice. Tiptoeing the near side. Boyle sees his teammate Lombardi. Lombardi moves it back out towards the far side, and it's left out behind him. Little doesn't realize, and the whistle is finally blown. And there is some tempers flaring right now. His head to the box is going to be Caden O'Neill.
Yeah, and understandable for Souderton. I completely understand where the frustration's coming from here, and don't know if we caught that, but you could just feel the frustration up here from in the booth. I understand where they're coming from, I'll say that.
Yeah. Not sure if we caught that on a hot mic, but
Hope not.
not very happy. He said, I respectfully disagree with the call out in the box. So serving his 10th penalty infraction minute of the season is Caden O'Neill, and North Penn is going to get on the power play here. So 8-0 North Penn. So we got the giggles over there, them three talking.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just laughing.
If you're looking for a great spot to hang out, follow me over to Finney McGee's Pub. As this shot now ripped on the chest of Alexander Archer, he makes the save. But anyways, follow me over to Finney McGee's Pub, voted Best Irish Bar 2 years running in 2024 and 2025, and this year's winner for Best Late Night Dining. Happy hour is the place to be, Monday through Thursday, from 3 to 7 with $2.50 domestic bottles. That's Finney McGee's Pub, 1400 Farragut Avenue, right in Bristol Borough. We'll see you there. North Penn move the puck. Shingle back up to the blue line. Boyle thinks about this one and tosses it off. North Penn commanding the ice right now. So they get the pass off to Samuel Norton, an offensive threat in his own right. As that was a penalty called.
That's on Boyle. That one's dirty to say the least.
I did not see what happened there.
Just whacked him in the arm.
Oh, it's a tough one to take. Yeah, Boyle's going to head to the box for 2 minutes, and these two squads, they're not quite fans of each other.
Yeah, ref's got to get control of this one. This is getting out of hand, especially in a game that is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, over. And, you know, they really got to clean this up.
If it's not over, it'd be the greatest comeback we've ever seen. Honestly,
especially given everything else.
If Souderton wins this game, I would genuinely walk home from. I would walk to Wawa.
All right.
I would walk to Wawa. We'll
James
post it on Instagram. I will genuinely walk to Wawa if Souderton comes back in this game.
Jaden, meant
you have that quoted.
Genuinely walk to Wawa.
I will give Jaden my car keys. He will be the one driving me up from Wawa. It's a 5-minute drive, I think. So it's not too bad.
20-minute walk. Hold up.
Yeah, it's like a 20-minute walk. I'm really not like. I said my house, and then Ilya's like, no, Wawa. Like, the guy's looking out for me right now.
It's a great friend right there.
Del Ricci over to Lombardi. Lombardi from the blue line passes it off to his teammate, making some space. And now Del Ricci's just going to clear it as he makes some contact with Ryan. Or sorry, Pierce Miller. My mistake. So Pierce Miller now colliding. And North Penn making some good movements here. The speed, it's going to be killer. And now the shot.
Great save.
Great save out of Archer to be able to read the ice there. Now Souderton are going to slow things down and get the pass off to Fairweather. Del Ricci receives the puck and clears it. 10 seconds left to go. Their man 4-on-4 hockey. For Caden O'Neill heads out of the box. Sorry, not Caden O'Neill. Leaving the box there was Dalen Egan. They had it on the board that Caden O'Neill was serving a penalty, but my mistake.
40-12 and the shots on goal. I mean, that started off relatively even too.
Little trying to get the puck across the ice. Well, it actually did start even. It started at 0-0. So
it's been 40-12 in favor of North Penn since.
It's really quick. Little with the puck, gets heavy contact there from none other than Drew Savarese. Things are really starting to boil over. Now icing called. We got 11 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the third period. It's 8-0. We're teetering on the edge of a mercy rule. Things are getting chippy.
I'd have to imagine that this increased physicality that we've seen from North Penn has to be something that they very intentionally talked about and wanted to do, play more physical brand of hockey going into this game, because this is just a whole different style than what was seen a week ago. Just a week ago. I mean, it's not like they played each other 2 months ago. Played each other last Thursday. Like,
Yeah, majority of the players out on the ice right now are not their starters. So
makes sense to do so.
yeah, it makes sense to do so. Give them some varsity playing time. You know, you kind of got this game in the lock. As a shot left out in front of the ice, and it is back in the net. As I believe that might be his first SHSHL goal. They're going to pick up the puck for him.
What a moment.
As with not even on the roster, so I'd love to say who it was, but I can't. It's not on. They're not on the roster, but his first SHSHL goal. What a moment.
Don't want to take away from it. I didn't quite get a great angle of it. Was that an own goal? Or did that just
Yeah,
deflect in?
I'm 99% sure that was an own goal, but he was the last offensive player to hit it. So
Well, there you go. First of hopefully many for him.
now Souderton moved this one across the blue line. Lombardi back into his own end. Now remember, Ilya, you got to get down there quick with that mic. Make sure it's on. Don't go anywhere after the game for our post-game interview.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand-new name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a state-of-the-art outdoor fitness rig, Transcend takes every workout further, from personal training and group fitness to small group sessions and their specialized speed school for high school athletes. Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. At Dress to the Nines, you can turn your Chanel, Hermes, Gucci's, and Louis Vuitton into cash without the hassle. With expert authentication and white glove service and top dollar pads, we make luxury resale effortless. Your style deserves a second life. Let us do the work at Dress to the Nines. When it comes to your home, details matter. At J&J Glassworks, we build every shower, door, mirror, and glass enclosure with precision, pride, and a touch of luxury. From consultation to installation, we do it right every time. Trusted by homeowners, builders, and contractors across Bucks and Montgomery County. Because when quality matters, the difference is clear. J&J Glassworks. Call 215-966-1577, 215-966-1577, or visit jjglasswork.com today.
No one reads an ad like the incredible Ethan Whitney.
They do call me that.
They call you what? I didn't give you a nickname there.
John Adreader, inventor of ad reader.
John Adreader over here. As this one shot on net, almost a goal for Souderton. That would have been huge for them to get back in this game. As now North Penn back into their own end, trying to make something happen. North Penn dancing through the east zone. That's Boyle coming across the middle of the ice, finds a lane through, gets the pass off, and now Shingle thinks about the shot but backs it up, and they're going to rewind a little bit. Shingle looking around the ice, gets it off to Boyle. Boyle with the setup and not able to reach Cabrelas.
I like them slowing it down. No point in rushing, especially when you only need one more.
Yeah, they know they have the ability to score one. It's just going to be finding the right time to do so. Fails to make that shot. That was probably not the best intended shot there. But Cabrelas able to make up for his mistake by getting the puck back. And now Boyle thinks about this one. Doesn't find his teammate. Now Evans going to apply a little pressure. Keeps it onside. And a great play there. But finally, Souderton is going to get to it. And this one's going to go back all the way for icing. 8 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the third period of hockey.
Hard to find much motivation here if you're Souderton. Obviously, just one goal away from the Mercy rule. And obviously, stay tuned for Ilya Rubis' post-game show. I personally cannot wait to see Ilya. We'd have to imagine to be Samuel Norton, but I'll leave the decision up to Ilya.
Yeah, we'll see when we find out from Ilya Rubis who the player of the game will be. And, you know, we got a stoppage. Ilya, who's the player of the game going to be? In the event that North Penn pulls away with the win in this game,
In the event.
the MVP will be Samuel Norton. Unless we see something absolutely crazy happen. In that case. So we get a good rendition of September by Ilya Rubis. They'll right you with a shot. It is tapped away by Archer. And at any moment, this game could be turned into a mercy rule as this one goes up and above the mask of Archer. Salvati moves it to the point of 95. And now here we go. Pierce Miller with some speed, but finds heavy contact along the board. Salvati laying the body down.
Old
Kelly
habits
Del
die hard in
Ricci,
this game.
100%. Kelly Del Ricci now with the puck along his own bench. Moves it back and gets the pass off. Moves it across the middle of the ice. Evans tries to kick it out to himself. Not able to. There's now Salvati coming in to clean up the mess. Here comes Leahy. Salvati steals the puck off Souderton. Tries to keep possession in the Knights' cards. But Evans able to get it out to Leahy. And now Leahy in front of the net gets it off to Salvati. Salvati to Evans. And no one is able to get a shot on goal. 7 minutes left. Souderton makes contact along the near side. And Andrew Norton basically kneeling out the clock there. He holds it, and heavy hit on Leahy. Still stays standing. The hit by Jackson Kelly. Salvati moves this one across the middle of the ice. Over the blue line, he picks up speed. Looking at the net. Sets this one up in the middle of the ice, but a lot of Souderton defenders in the area, and Fairweather able to knock this one down and move it away. Good playing out of him.
Not surprised to see the game just slow down here with some backups in.
A whistle blown. Face-off coming up. So, 6
Souderton
minutes.
just looks dejected. I mean, it has been a brutal night.
Yeah, they have not had their best night. They've seen better.
Thinking back-to-back weeks, too. Maybe especially brutal. I mean, in the 2 games, North Penn so far outscoring them 20-1. And if they get one more and end it, it would make it 21-1 as your final season tally between these two.
Boyle moves it by the dots. Backs up and tries to get it to the point. Hostetter collects himself and moves this behind the net. Hatfield gets it to Boyle. Boyle fires the shot. This one kicked away and saved. As Hostetter now moves it across. Hatfield gets the pass off to Boyle. The lower lines making some action happen. Now Hostetter's going to try to get in the way, but Boyle able to come in clutch and sneak past him. Boyle by the dots, moves it behind the net. Looks around the ice, surveys, sends the pass, fires towards the net, left in front, and it is saved. But North Penn able to keep the rebound. Little now moves towards the high slot, tries to rip the shot. Fairweather uses his skates to save it. Now Norton's going to get the pass off to Little. To Boyle. Boyle over to Hatfield. Cabrelas to Shingle. Shingle fires the shot, and this one just stays out. It's a miracle.
Very close to ending that one.
Heavy contact here by Hostetter. Jars the puck loose. The North Penn Knights playing with some authority. As Shingle fires the shot, glove save as he flashes the leather there. Alexander Archer.
Each of these teams, you could just tell in the body language, just moving a little bit slower. They both know this game's over. And just for North Penn, 10 straight. They're a wagon. Ought to be the favorites to win it all this year. And it's just, they know their season starts in the playoffs, but when you rack up wins like this, you can't help but get excited.
Shingle up along the blue line. Now Samuel Norton on the far side. Tiptoes it across, and Lombardi tried to get to the puck there. Samuel Norton back in his own end. Stops on a dime and moves this one around. He is one of the best players in the league for a reason. Now he's going to tuck it back across and get it out to the point. Shot rip. This wrist shot is off target. As now Cabrelas, his pass gets out towards the neutral zone, so they have to regroup. And now Shingle Gonna back up, move, fires a shot by the dots, and it's covered up by Archer. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. North Penn leading 9-0. Danny McDevitt, Ethan Whitney, Jaden Clemmer, Elio Rubis here in the booth tonight, bringing you tonight's action. Catch next week on the Rally Sports Network. It's CR South Hawks versus the Penn Ridge Rams, a big rivalry game, January 21st, 2026, 7 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
That'll be a
catch
fun
next
one.
week's game. Yeah, they are a storied rivalry, them two.
Obviously, Penridge having a down year, but in those rivalry games, especially a team that still has a lot of talent on it, I'm not crossing anything off the board there. That'll be fun.
Yeah, Penridge gunning for that 4th playoff spot, as many teams are right now. The top 3 at a bit of a lock, but there is a strong fight at the 4, 5, 6 for that 4 spot.
That's why this loss for number 7, Souderton, is just so brutal. You really can't afford to lose much more. You're already at your, what will now be 7th loss of the season.
SHSHL should add a, 12-team playoff? Add the American League in.
Ooh.
Get a 12-team playoff going. And we can... Oh, wait, hold on. Silvani lays it out in front of the net, and it's a dangerous opportunity. Mask comes off here of Alexander Archer. We're going to reset a play, but I was going to say we could do exactly what the College Football Playoff Committee does.
We pick it.
And we pick who gets in, you know?
Yeah.
And we snub Notre Dame.
Snub is a word.
But that's just my personal opinion. My humble opinion. And if any of the College Football Playoff Committee disagrees with me, they can come find me.
Should we read your address out on air?
I'd rather not.
They're going to find you either way. They don't need us.
Yeah. College Football Playoff Committee, you know where to meet me. Elderberry
George
Park.
Sankey is going to find you.
Elderberry Park, meet me there tonight. Boyle rips the shot as Hatfield moves the puck to the far side. I'm just doing anything I can for my school, Notre Dame, that I did not go to.
Westchester Bucks community, by the way.
Boyle, far side.
Have you ever been to Indiana?
I'd rather... I'd like to speak to a lawyer. I'm trying to go to Indiana, but Ilya Rubis won't let me.
What is that supposed to mean?
He won't let me.
It's like an abusive relationship.
So 9-0 with 2 minutes left to go here in the 3rd period of hockey. Primetime hockey on the Rally Sports Network. It doesn't get any better than this. Puck dropped and moved back towards the blue line. Lombardi's got to get his team to reset and regroup here. Boyle moves it across the blue line and leaves it for Lombardi. Lombardi dishes it out and over to Little. Little holding himself up against the far side boards. Lombardi now moves it over to Boyle. Boyle rips the shot. This one's on the chest of Alexander Archer. It's a much different style of hockey we're seeing this period.
Yeah, just slowed down. Each of these teams trying to ride this one home. Even 50 shots on goal for North Penn now. It has been a busy night, to say the least, for the Souderton defense and goalie.
So Caden O'Neill is going to re-enter the game. And now this one's going to be moved back up to the far side. Del Ricci able to move this one across. Tried to get the tape across the ice, but not able to do anything. But North Penn still gets up with a puck. Some fighting for possession here. It's pressed along the near side boards. And moved out to the far side. Shingle. Moving it around. Across the middle of the ice. Del Ricci now. Back to his own end. Just over a minute to go. Anything can happen, but it looks like North Penn might run away with this. But hold on. Souderton looking to at least put one up on the board. 1 minute of play left to go here in the 3rd period.
I'm going to break one of our traditional rules in broadcasting. You don't say over till it's over. I'm going to call this one over with, I know, daring with 52 seconds left. But it has been a brutal, brutal night for Souderton. And, well, on the bright side, you're 52 seconds away from going home. On the dark side, you have to go to school.
That's true. That's true. I don't.
You don't?
Nope.
Don't have classes?
Don't not have classes yet. Leahy
Oh.
moves the puck across and
So what are you doing now?
I'm running down. Shrouding, Seeing out the rest of the days. See what I want to do in life, Nah, I'm just kidding. I start classes on the 21st. Souderton.
21st?
Yeah, 21st. We have a long winter break. Graduate this May.
What?
Thanks, Ilya. Thank
Oh,
you.
from Bucks. From Bucks. I thought you meant from all the college.
Yeah, from Bucks.
So that doesn't count.
It's associate's degree.
That doesn't
It
count.
does count. This shot ripped almost on net. Fairweather is going to be seeing that one in his nightmares.
I don't know if you can hear it. Souderton bench just having a roll with that one. They can't believe it. 7 seconds left to go, and indicative of their night. I'll say that.
Souderton having some fun there. It's good to see. Fairweather was laughing about it after. He definitely, I hate to be backseat driver, but he definitely should have had that one.
Really?
And now as the buzzer rings, the streak stays alive. The North Penn Knights take care of business once again here in Hatfield as their final score, 9-0. North Penn continues to stay on a dominant run as the Indians showed not too much in this rematch, but when it mattered most, the Knights took over. Another statement made and another opponent turned away. North Penn remains undefeated and firmly planted as the standard of hockey in the SHSHL right now. So handshake line coming up. And we'll be back with you in just a second. Don't go anywhere as we have Ilya Rubis' post-game interview with Samuel Norton coming up.
Dress to the Nines Consignment Shop is the best place in the Newtown area to get your fashion styles for the upcoming fall. From clothing to bags to jewelry, there's nothing you can't find at the one-stop shop to up your style. To get in on the action, you can visit us at 9 North State Street or call at 215-944-8907, or you can always reach out to us on Instagram.
Welcome to Transcend Fitness Club, Newtown's premier boutique-style fitness experience. With over 8,000 square feet of brand new, name-brand equipment, an outdoor running trail, and a cutting-edge outdoor fitness rig, every workout takes you further. Whether it's personal training, group fitness, small group sessions, or our specialized speed school for high school athletes, Transcend is where results are built and limits are broken. Come see how we are redefining fitness right here in Newtown.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ilya Rubis, joined here by Samuel Norton, our Rally Sports Network player of the game. Samuel, how are you feeling tonight?
Pretty good. We just won.
Yeah, and we saw obviously a lot of very physical play. Was that at all part of the plan heading into this game?
Not really, to be honest, but we saw the physical play and we kept playing through it. And yeah.
Yeah. And how cool is it out there to be on the ice with your brothers and also scoring a goal right after you got penalized? How cool is that?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely an experience playing with him. I've been doing it for a while in middle school, but it's always been a blast playing with him, and he's good, so it makes it better.
Yeah, that's great. And what's your mentality going forward as you guys pull off another commanding win and remain undefeated?
We just got to keep playing the dominant hockey we're playing and just keep going from here on out and not lose again.
Yeah, and any message for the rest of the SHLs? You guys near the playoffs?
Be ready.
Be ready. All right. Thank you, man. All right. Send it back to you, Dan. Thank you, gentlemen. Good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for Jaden Clemmer, Ilya Rubis, Ethan Whitney, and Daniel McDevitt, that is going to do it here from Hatfield Ice, where Suburban High School Hockey League matchup comes to a close with a final score of 9-0. We appreciate you spending your evening with us for SHSHL Hockey. And on behalf of everyone here at the Rally Sports Network, thank you for making us part of your evening. So long from Hatfield, everyone.